When do you feel lost and alone? Meaning to say, you are just single and you get older, like 50 plus, and for maybe for 20 years you never had with someone with you after your annulment or after your divorce. So it's really generalized, and some of them, especially nowadays, that is passport bros is common to arrive in the Philippines. But I think it's specifically when we say passport bros, it's more on blacks, like black Africans, Americans, who were born and raised in the United States of America or even Australia, wherever. They come to the Philippines and find their wives, and that's passport bro. But generally, even my partner, we call that expats, meaning most of the foreigners knew that in the Philippines, in the ancient times, uh, the hospitality of the Filipino people is what they are aftering with, and also somehow the financial aspects. Meaning, if you like my partner before, we used to live in a $700 in a month, meaning that's our budget allocated. So nowadays, my salary is it's almost $700 in a month. So what's the difference of the emotion? So that's why they come to the Philippines, because the Philippines is cheaper. So but sadly to say, and unlucky to say, like I've said, come to the Philippines, like most of the time I'd said that uh Philippines is good for expats or passport bros or 50 plus older men or foreigners to live for themselves. The trouble is, this is the trouble. That's why even if the embassies or US embassy will conduct a research and will validate all their data and reveal to the Philippines itself, or even the United States of America, what had happened to the foreigners who come to the Philippines. So it's really sad that they don't validate it, they don't conduct a survey or a research for them what had happened to them, because generally they come to the Philippines very happy, so positive, so motivated, and yet um, the racism here in the country is really high. Based on my experience, it's really sad, and somehow it's really nice to be in the US immediately. But my thing was, I don't like to go in a country where I wasn't prepared. I wanted to really create my name, or I like to face people that, hey, you know what, this is me, this is how I am, even if I don't brag it or talk to people. So I really wanted myself as well, that meaning, I am capable to do things, or capable to do earnings for myself, as myself, without the help of my passport bro. So that's basically, and some people are against with it, and then somebody are questionings about sex and age doesn't matter in the Philippines, as long as the problem is the government. This is my concern. The government don't take good care of their older foreigners. So, and then here comes the disease. Based on my experience, sometimes I will say, how come these Filipinas are not complaining about their husbands that in the 50 plus 60 plus ages, that the health problems is the main concern. There's no problem about sex, there's no problem about anything, but the health versus their financial aspects, meaning how much these people, these older men, these sad and alone men are supposedly left over in their country, from America to Western countries to Europe's, to come to the Philippines, how much their money is for themselves basically, and for how much they can do for their wife as well. And generally what they are getting as well is, it's so lucky that, meaning, they will find single, because meaning, for me, I really don't care if you're what ages you are, as long as I like you, something like that. Because love as well, as an emotions, sometimes it has a game, that meaning, you are trapped even if people disagree about you, or about him, or you as or her, him and her. The society is against the both. Generally, when we talk about love as an emotions, I would say God is love, basically. So that's how it is, and I would like people to understand about that. I don't like people that, meaning the continuous racism and degradations, because generally when these alone lost men come to the Philippines, and yet when they come over here, the Filipinos also are using them. And of course, our culture is really beautiful, our traditions is really beautiful. It is misinterpreted, because some Filipinas, or most Filipinas, uses that traditions and cultures